Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've done any sort of what's in the box video, and I'm back today with two. I'm going to record them separately, just so you don't have to, if you don't want to watch one of them you don't care about, you don't have to watch it. It's been a while since I got anything in the garage kit realm of things. I've been mostly focused on miniatures lately, so I haven't got much in terms of garage kits. But this past week, two came in the mail, and this is one of them. The Violent Transformation of Mr. Olmstead, and done by Spider Zero, Simon Lee. Quick backstory: I think it was in the late 2000s that I first came across Simon Lee. He was posted his stuff up on the Clubhouse for sale, and I instantly fell in love. A really sort of the futuresque sort of things, really original designs, and the sculptures fit my painting style really well, which they're kind of loose. They tend to lean towards the area where I could do a lot of stippling or sponge work and washes, and that's really where I think I excel as a painter. But and their designs are just out of this world. There's some really cool things. If you really, you'd have to go back and find some of the older stuff on eBay or through people's collections, but he started releasing new stuff again. He is one of us, monster nerd kind of, I think, kind of guy that kind of got famous and has been doing a lot of work for movies and film, film and movies. Same thing. But if you want to check his stuff out, bigbluetree.com. Simon Lee, he's a great guy, great sculptor, and I'm just going to show you what's in here. Again, the Violent Transformation of Mr. Olmstead. And when you open up the box, let me just kind of give you an idea how big it is. There it is. It's not a huge kit. Some of his kits are really big, some are kind of tiny, and it's just the amount of detail that he packs into these things is just, I mean, unbelievable. So let's go and let's just see what we got here. So in the box, there it is. First, you get a card. There are no instruction sheets because you don't really need them. But there, concept artist, sculptor, some of his work. But let's dig into what we really want to see here. And that is some of the detail. Now, it doesn't come with a base, which is fine. Because, again, the reason I'm back into miniatures is space issues. Here you have a body part. Okay. Now the way this thing goes, it's a guy that's kind of dragging the fish thing is kind of dragging his former body behind, if that makes sense. Let's see. And not get as much crinkly noise as I can on there, but I mean, look at that. Look at that. So you can see a lot of the organs and things. And the way this, I think, fits together is just, oops, I'm stuck on tape, is that this goes here, this goes here, and you get a nice, almost perfect fit in the way it kind of drags him behind. Now I'm going to kind of set those pieces off to the side for a second so you can get an idea of what's going on. So the front of the fish, do we call it a fish? The front of this thing has these really cool amphibious looking legs, and they kind of go on right here. And another reason I don't know, some people may be a little put off by it and stuff, but those people aren't true garage kit fans. A lot of his kits have an old feel to them, which what I mean by that is parts aren't going to fit. Sometimes they fit better than others. These are not perfect fits, but a little bit of putty and you're fine. Building models is part of the deal. If you have a problem with that, don't buy it. That's all I gotta say. But if you want a really cool piece of art, I would. Here's the head, and it's pretty neat. Just typical kind of real silvery, smooth fish head. Now let me take those off. Here's something I noticed that Simon will do on some of his kits. If something doesn't cast right, he'll put some putty in there and resculpt it for you, so it's not a problem. Here's how the head fits on. Oops. Here's how the head fits on. And I'll put one side of the fish arm so you kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But that's right there. Pretty cool piece. The rest of this stuff are spikes And I'm not going to take those out of the package because I'll end up losing them. And the feet of the human that's left over that are just kind of being dragged behind. And I mean, this is going to look really cool with a nice snail trail across and some cool stuff happening. So that's how it goes in terms of, there we go. It's a pretty long kit, but not huge. Good idea. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's good. So let's just get in here and look at some of this stuff. Some really cool little tiny organic flowing pieces to this guy. Little tentacles and tendrils, and scale work looks cool. Little texture stamp, fix that up. Wouldn't have any sort of problem getting that seam hidden, but I love it. Super original, really well done. The mouth inside that mouth is even pretty cool. So there we have it, the violent transformation of Mr. Olmstead, and that is by Simon Lee from bigbluetree.com. I'll put a link in the video down below, and there we have it, another What's in the Box. I'm so excited to actually do this at one point. Although it might end up in my Simon Lee pile of other things that aren't painted, but we'll get there. Cool. Have a good one.